Hi and welcome back. And this may be very old school for some of you, also for me, because a lot of these older gameplay YouTube videos, even I made them, were like this, a camera against the television. But I didn't want to show you gameplay. Um, for everybody who knows this is a Super Nintendo with SimCity. Now, I actually yesterday got this Super Nintendo in the mail, the Super Nintendo Mini, and last week I was looking at the marketplace. I know, very bad. I shouldn't do it because I'm buying games. I know. But I saw someone selling a Super Nintendo Mini that was sort of modded. It has like 300 games on it. And I messaged this guy like, hey, could you put in other games? And he's like, yeah, sure. I have all the Super Nintendo games on my PC. Which one do you want? And so I said, I really want SimCity. I want, Arthur's World. And I would love a lot of RPGs. And he was like, yeah, I have a lot of RPGs. And I also have a lot of RPGs that are translated from Japanese to English, like, for example, Tales of Fantasia, a game that I always wanted to play, and now I freaking can. And like Bahamut Lagoon is on it there. He put me a huge amount of RPGs from the Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive on it, and the beat 'em ups. But I wanted to show you this game because you probably don't know this, or you do. PlayStation was not my first game console I ever had. I had, when I was very little, I don't know how old I was, maybe 6, maybe 8, but for a year or two, I had a Super Nintendo because my parents were basically saying PlayStation is too expensive. And I remember that I got SimCity on it. And this is probably the first video game that I was addicted to. Oh man, I was addicted to this game. I loved the music. I really loved the whole city building. I still love city building. Recently I played City Skylines. I had a huge city that was freaking cool. It looked, of course, way better than this. But this is, to me, like almost ultimate nostalgia. Because this is literally the game I played as a little kid. And playing Super Mario World is also a game I would want to play and beat one day. So yesterday I was so excited. To be really honest, it's been a while that I was at work today, and the only thing I was thinking is, I want to go home. I want to play SimCity. I want to go home. I want to play SimCity. It has been such a long time that I had that excitement, that I had that feeling of, I want to go home because I want to play this game. And you know what? It still holds up. In my opinion, it still holds up. It still looks good. It's still really fun to play. I do remember as a kid, though, it's a very difficult game. And now this is my first city I built, and I am pretty much blasting through it. And everybody who played SimCity probably knows this or have done this. When I was a kid and I would go to school sometimes, or we as a family would go out for a picnic or go out to the beach, I would leave my Super Nintendo on so that I could get more money, because you don't really get money easily in this game. And a lot of times, I went back home and like half my city was destroyed because of disasters, but I did have a huge amount of money. That was always very, very cool. What he also put in this Super Nintendo Mini, so now I got two, are Game Boy Advance games like Golden Sun, but also the game that I really wanted to play is Shining Soul 1 and 2. I don't know when, but there was a time, I think like last year or the beginning of this year, I saw a video about, I think it was like hidden gem action RPGs or games like Diablo, probably something like that. And that particular person was talking highly of Shining Soul 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Advance. But it's a really simple but really cute, like sort of like a comfort game, like a game that you play that you just want to relax and have a nice time and you play Shining Soul. Now, I can definitely understand that playing it on the Game Boy Advance would be a little bit better because bigger screen, it does kind of stretch out a little bit. Same with SimCity, you kind of do see all the pixels. But I have played about an hour Shining Soul 1 and it is very simple. I like the soundtrack, the graphics are, old pixel art graphics are incredible. Pixel art looks good. It's really a really simple, down-to-earth, go to a dungeon, defeat the boss, and go out of the dungeon, sell your loot, and rinse and repeat. It's so much fun. I can't wait to play that also, but I'm going to play SimCity first. And then play Shining Souls 2. But he also got a bunch of... there was like a Zone of the Enders RPG. Again, quite a few Japanese-only games that were translated to English. He put on the Super Nintendo Mini. I am very fortunate that I met that person on the internet. And so that's what I wanted to talk about for a little bit. This is literally my childhood. This is literally, PlayStation 1 and 2, I was probably already 10 or 11, but I was maybe 8, maybe 7, when I played SimCity, maybe 9. And this is literally the first game ever that I got addicted to. SimCity on the Super Nintendo. I finally have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am super sorry about the bad quality, but come on, it's old school, right? My channel is old school. I haven't changed a bit on how I make videos, so why would I change now? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And like always, you're gonna see me next time.